It's been almost a year, almost exactly a year since I stood here at FinJS and introduced the OpenFin Workspace SDK and the powerful customization options that brought to the Workspace product. Those changes were transformative to Workspace, and it's been a transformative year for OpenFin and our products. We're a highly successful business due to, in no small part, many of the people in this room. We're now being used at almost 4,000 institutions globally. We celebrated our 12th birthday last year, and over those 12 years, we've partnered with you, listened to you, and built fantastic products with you. The adoption that we've seen with Workspace has been tremendous. Almost every new customer coming to OpenFin is choosing to build with Workspace, and existing customers are switching over to Workspace, avoiding the need to build those common desktop UI components like app stores, search interfaces, notifications, toolbars, and concentrating on delivering value through the applications that you choose to offer on the desktop. The momentum we've seen has been great. Since we've released Workspace, we've had 17, checking my numbers, 17 major releases of Workspace with over 70 new features. So I hope everyone's sitting comfortable, and we'll go through these 70 features over the next 2 hours. Sorry, I've only got 10 minutes. I'll show you some highlights, but if you do want to talk about any of our features, come talk to us at our booths at the end of the session. Now, before I get into Workspace, I do want to spend a little bit of time on our container. Our container is what underpins everything we do. It's what gives us our deployment capabilities, our security, our multi-tenant architecture, our messaging and interoperability. Everything you see in Workspace is powered by this container, and one of the key strengths here is security. Any critical vulnerabilities that are identified in the underlying technologies are patched and made available to our customers within 72 hours. Now, how many security issues are we talking about? In addition to our regular releases of our container, we have had 11 additional patches of OpenFin issued in just the last 12 months. And in those releases, we've had over 270 common vulnerabilities and exposures that have been addressed. And like I said, these are available in the hands of our customers within days and instantly deployable to your customers. No other commercial container comes close to that kind of capability. But what have we been doing inside this container? Well, we've introduced things for developers. We've introduced new APIs to programmatically manipulate and update the layout capabilities that so far users have had all the fun with, but now developers can build those rich experiences and workflows between applications. We've introduced lifecycle events for observing what's going on within the views. Are they navigating? Integrated into system shutdown events, so you can save all of your data and pick up exactly where you left off. We've greatly enhanced our TypeScript support, something developers have been asking us lots about. We have new interfaces released in lockstep with our container. We also introduced an entirely new .NET adapter that's for .NET 6 and above. It's completely modern, idiomatic APIs built for testability, logging, and it's extensible and modular. And if you're doing any .NET development with OpenFin, I'd urge you to go check out this new version of the adapter. Interoperability. Last year, we got our official conformance certification from Finos for the 1.2 version of the FDC3 interoperability standard. We introduced support for the latest version of the standard, 2.0. On security and deployment, we've also added additional controls around our secure APIs. This is something we never stop doing. We've added additional controls for deployment, for version pinning, for managing deployment into highly controlled lockdown environments. And on the productivity side, we've added printing capability so you can print out all of the contents from these windows where you're putting all of these applications together. And we've improved the UX of those layouts as well. So it's even easier than ever for users to be able to quickly drag and reorganize and curate their desktop. Now, on Workspace, our focus here on Workspace is on user productivity. At 2 years old, the foundations of Workspace are well and truly formed and are seeing that widespread adoption that I talk about. So now we're partnering with our clients, solving real-world problems and helping make users more productive than ever. In notifications, which is one of our most popular components in the Workspace offering, we've concentrated on empowering users. So now Notification Center can run on any monitor of a multi-monitor setup. The notifications themselves can be positioned anywhere on the screen, so they're no longer constrained to those corners. And those widescreen monitors, you can now put them anywhere you like. Quite why you'd put them smack bang in the middle of the monitor, I'm not sure about, but you can. There's more options to quickly dismiss these sticky notifications that stay on screen until the user actions them. You can now jump to those directly in the center where we've added new categorization support where you can quickly see the different types of notifications that a user has to deal with. We've also introduced a reminders features. So now a user can choose when to take action on an important notification. Maybe right this second is not the right time, but you want to be reminded in 5 minutes, 10 minutes, tomorrow, whenever you like, you can now set that option. And again, a user can see all of their notifications that they've set reminders for using our categorization. Last year, I introduced the theming capabilities of OpenFin Workspace. So as a platform, you can provide your own color palette and apply your branding to the Workspace experience. We took that one step further by allowing both a light mode and a dark mode to be specified for your theme. Users can choose which theme they want to use, or they can follow the underlying operating system options to have it automatically transition throughout the day. A major new improvement we made inside the browser is the ability to have something we call fixed views. These are views that the user cannot drag and close. They remain fixed in place. That allows you to build dashboard experiences where you may want to have a bunch of filters across the top of your window. They're programmatically controllable, so you can minimize these. These can be placed on the top, on the left-hand side of the screen, the right-hand side, the bottom, and you can create lots of really interesting and powerful experiences with this capability. Last but not least, we also introduced an event feed. So whilst it's great having these out-of-the-box components from OpenFin to quickly build your desktop environment, you still want to know how your users are using that desktop platform. How are they navigating the store? What applications are being visited but not launched? What actions are people taking in the notification center? So we've created a private feed to your platform. It's you that gets this data, and you can send that through to your back end and integrate with whatever it is you're using, whether that's a custom analytics system with Tableau reporting or something off the shelf like Google Analytics or Matomo. I've got some examples here where we ourselves have put our test platforms into Elasticsearch with a Kibana dashboard on top, and it allows you to visualize what's going on inside Workspace. So where are users spending their time, drilling right down into notifications, what actions are being taken, what's the trend over time. Super useful information, and lots of our customers are taking advantage of this. So what are we up to next? Again, our container is really about empowering developers. As I mentioned, we introduced the FDC 3.2.0 support. Next up, we'll be getting the certification. We're working with Finos and the FDC 3 working group to specify the tests for this, and when that's ratified, we'll be seeking conformance there as well. We're building on top of our existing windowing capabilities to bring advanced window management, the ability to group multiple windows together, restore them, minimize them, restore them together, move them around your monitors together. We're continually investing in our security, making sure that things like data leakage prevention is in place for you and your apps. And we're never giving up on supportability. As we see more deployment at scale, we're offering more options there, more logging, better area support, and listening to our customers for what they need. And of course, documentation is always evolving. We'll be launching new API references built from the ground up with TypeScript support that we'll be launching really soon. Workspace side, with that focus on productivity, we'll be introducing new UIs for download management, being able to dynamically update that toolbar component that we call the dock. Enhanced templates in the notification center, so you can have even richer notifications and interactions directly from the center. And advanced filtering to let users get to the notifications that they need to action as quickly as possible. Now, integrations is another real strong point and real area of interest. We have a whole suite of integrations already available today. We have integrations for Microsoft 365, for Salesforce, Bloomberg, Excel, Teams. These are libraries that we offer to your development teams that let you easily and quickly connect to these third-party back-end systems, get at the data you need, and expose them inside your applications and across the Workspace set of tools. But with these integrations, what that means is your developers, they need to be familiar with these APIs, they need to be familiar with the Workspace APIs, put these together to achieve these workflows. We're looking at bringing these out of the box. You can think of this as an additional layer on top of Workspace. So low-code integrations, where all your development team need to do is configure these offerings to point at whatever system it is you're using. What are the endpoints for Microsoft 365, for example? And then out of the box, you'll have instant capabilities to search Microsoft directly from OpenFin Home. Find your chats, contacts, documents, emails, take actions on your contacts to initiate chats, calls, or open your documents directly into the OpenFin browser. All capabilities you can do today if you write the code, but through a couple of lines of configuration, this will spring to life. Microsoft will be available in the summer of this year and will be followed up by similar for Salesforce. Now, to finish up, hopefully what you've heard from me here today is our relentless commitment to improving productivity across OpenFin Workspace. Through our out-of-the-box UIs, interoperability, and integrations, we're actively decreasing our customers' time to market and time to value. The adoption of Workspace beyond capital markets, as Adam mentioned, from capital markets, asset and wealth management, into contact centers and the government space is something we're extremely proud of and is acting as further validation of this increased productivity and these solving of real-world use cases that we know our product brings to the table. And finally, we're also interested in going beyond the desktop. This year, we'll be introducing a version of OpenFin Workspace that can run on mobile devices, starting with a tablet, allowing you to reuse those web applications that run an OpenFin browser on a desktop directly on a tablet device, allowing your users to access the applications that they need, whether they're at home, at the office, or on the move. If you want to find out more about that, please come find me after this. I'll either be at one of the booths or perhaps the bar, or talk to any of our OpenFin colleagues. I hope you enjoy the rest of the content that we've got for you this evening and that you have a great night. Thank you very much.